As you can see, technology is getting smarter and smarter, and as our phones do too, we rely on them more in our daily lives. But when does our need become an addiction, and how do we combat it? Tech expert Anna Hull-Ward is here to share some tips for us, and I think you need to speak to Jason here. He's texting all the time.
Well, you have to, I mean, does it become limiting to your life? And if it does, if you're withdrawing from social situations, if it's ruling your life, there are apps that can help you.
And I know that maybe a year or two ago, Apple specifically, they unveiled this thing where it times you and it tells you how long you spent looking at the phone each day or each week to try to get to that. Has that been helpful so far for people, or what other apps are there that monitor your use?
Right. The one I've used the most is Moment, because it actually helps kind of nudge you and say, hey, you know, it tracks it, but it also kind of helps you, gives you wellness tips. It kind of is more encompassing. I mean, if you really want to know, information is power, so you can just actually look at your battery usage on all smartphones, and that'll tell you where you're spending your time. And what I've found is if you just look at the time spent, information is power. Yeah. And so what you measure improves. So you're able to reduce it if you actually are paying attention to it. It's all the passive cruising that I think really gets you, and then you're like, wait, where did my day go? And
so where that gets me, the passive cruising especially, is Instagram. What a time suck for me scrolling through Instagram, and I'm like, okay, there's nothing new on here. And you have a tip, I think, that may help me with my Instagram addiction, and that's putting your phone in grayscale.
Yes. So by grayscaling your apps, you're reducing that sort of candy coating feeling that the phone was designed to hook you and trap you into using it. Yeah. And so if you take out that sort of gamified candy experience, that actually helps reduce your excitement and interest in these various apps, because they're literally designed to do what they're doing.
Right. Now, what about notifications? Because I know a lot of times that we're ignoring our phone if it happens, and then we hear a bling or a buzz or something, and then we've got to go check it. What do you recommend for notifications?
I absolutely recommend limiting to 3 mediums or 3 apps, no more than 3. So for me, it's phone, text, and WhatsApp, because that's where my Canadian relatives are. Aww. But I don't want anything else. Right. I don't want Twitter. I don't want news alerts, because those can actually drive anxiety. Those can make you anxious. They can actually make you way more distracted than you need to be. And so you have absolute choice on each app, but if you limit it, you'll find that your anxiety could actually reduce.
All right, great tips. Thank you so much for coming in, Anne. Appreciate it.
Thank you.